Assertive is the difference between, being able to feel comfortable asking for things, but not demanding things, So I think it's, it's not so easy to describe in words what the differences are. But I think that you just need to, as you're going through your career, and you're thinking about sort of how you want your career to progress, you can't just let it go by itself, that you have to step into it, that you have to sort of help it move along. And, you're going to have to just sort of figure it out as you go. But, aggressive is, the difference between in your face and not, right? So it's a subtle difference that you'll learn, because if you get too aggressive, they'll let you know,
I think you guys are in a really fortunate position, because like my mom's generation took care of a lot of the heavy lifting on this stuff. When I was a kid, we went to schools that were just for girls and just for boys, because the theory was that you couldn't have the girls in the same classroom with boys, because they'd be like twiddling their hair and they'd be worrying about what they were going to wear all day. So if you went to an all-girls school, then you could thrive, you could be good, and you wouldn't have to worry that you're going to look too smart in front of a boy, right? Well, now I have two boys, and I really wanted them to go to all boys schools because the girls were eating them for lunch, okay? And they knew it. So the point is that I think that there's a lot more respect for women now, and it's not universal, but in your generation, I think there will be, because the boys who grew up with you get you in a ways the boys that grew up with us don't. So I'll just tell you a quick story. I have a friend who's very well known, and she went to Iceland, and the president of Iceland's a woman. So she brought her children, and she had a 6-year-old son. So her son was able to meet the female president of Iceland. And he looks up at her and he says, "Hello, I'm really happy to meet you." And he said, "Can I have a question for you?" And she said, "Yes." And he said, "Do you think someday a man could be the president of Iceland?" Come a long way.